Nobody appears to agree on anything about the origins of this delicious casserole, except the name Tetrazzini. Watch and I'll tell you why that is. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make Abby's Chicken Tetrazzini. Now Abby is my paralegal and this is actually named after somebody else, but we're going to go with Abby because I got this recipe from Abby. Let's talk about the ingredients. All right, we've got some peppercorns, about a teaspoon. We've got 2 bay leaves, about a half teaspoon of salt. We have 6 cloves of garlic, 4 of which are minced, 2 are left whole. We've got an entire head of celery chopped up small, and then we have the tops of the celery that we're going to put in with the chicken. We have, speaking of chicken, we have 2 skinless, boneless chicken breasts that are about 1 1/4 pounds. You could use 1 to 1 1/2 pounds. We have some parsley, about 4 tablespoons, 1 lemon that I'm going to use the zest from and all the juice, 1 entire bunch of green onions with the whites and the greens together, 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 stick of butter, 12 ounces of button mushrooms, some parmesan, and 1 pint of heavy cream. And let's not forget the 4 tablespoons of dry white wine. I'm using a Chardonnay, and I think that's it. All right, first we're gonna poach our chicken. Sounds like that's how you get a chicken, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna poach it. That wasn't funny, Mrs. Brooks? No, she's saying no. All right, well, okay. Anyhow, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this in water and we're going to bring it to a boil. And as soon as it comes to a boil, we're going to turn it off and cover it. And we're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. So I'm putting the whole peppercorns in, putting the 2 bay leaves, and I'm putting the 2 whole garlic cloves in. We'll save the other ones for later. All of the tops of the celery and a little bit of parsley. And we'll bring this to a boil. Okay, so we have this to a full boil and we're gonna turn it off and we're gonna cover it and let it sit for 5 minutes. All right, so I forgot like one of the main ingredients, a pound of spaghetti. While the chicken is sitting and coming up to temperature, I've got this water just about hot. So we're ready to do this. We're gonna cook this about 8 minutes. So while we're getting our chicken, it's got about another minute to go. I've got the spaghetti on. I've got my roux ready to set up, which is about 4 tablespoons of butter, unsalted, and 3 tablespoons of flour. We're gonna put our oven on 350 and let it get ready to go. So we're gonna save about a half cup of the poaching liquid. And we may have a little bit more. That's fine. We got way more, but that's okay. And we'll get our chicken, we're gonna shred our chicken, and we're getting ready to drain the spaghetti. So I checked the chicken, and it was only at 120. We want it to be 155, so I'm gonna bring it up to a boil again and let it set, and then we should be fine. But we're looking for about 155, because it's gonna be baked 20, 25 minutes. So it'll cook, it'll certainly come up another 10 degrees, and we want 165. So now, while we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and do the roux. 4 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons, and usually it's 3 and 3. Usually it's 1 to 1 on the roux. This is close enough. So we're gonna just put the flour in. We're just gonna get this to a nice golden and get the flour taste out of it. This will be our thickener, and this should take about 2 minutes. Just wanna get all the lumps out of it, get a nice golden color, get the flour taste out, and we'll put it in the bowl. In fact, I'm probably gonna put it in the same bowl we started out with. That's good, nice, right there, nice golden color. If you look at that, no lumps. Now, if you were making a roux for a gumbo, it would take you 30 or 40 minutes to get it that dark, deep, rich color, and you would do it much slower than that. We'll just set that aside, and we're getting ready to do our vegetables. Chicken Tetrazzini was created in the early 1900s and was named after a famous Italian opera singer, Luisa Tetrazzini. She lived from 1871 until 1940. Some say the dish originated in San Francisco at the Palace Hotel, where Ernest Arbogast came up with the dish. Others say that in an article in 1908 of Good Housekeeping, they attributed the dish to either Lorber's Restaurant or the Knickerbocker Hotel in New York. Historians don't even agree on whether chicken or turkey was originally used. Since we're making chicken tetrazzini, we'll go with chicken. Okay, so we've got our other 4 tablespoons of butter. We have the celery, the onions, and the mushrooms. Going to start with the garlic. We're going to cook this for about 30 seconds at most. All right, so we turn this down and we're going to put in the garlic. Like I said, 30 seconds. It's plenty on the garlic. In fact, I'm good with that right there. And the thing is, you don't want your garlic to get bitter. Once it's got the liquid from the celery in it, it'll stop the cooking of the garlic so that it's not at least just oil and garlic. In this case, butter and garlic. You could do a couple of minutes on the celery alone, then you could put the mushrooms in, and the onions in next, and do it like that, or you could just do them all together like this. All right, we're gonna let that cook down about 5-6 minutes. All right, so we're gonna put in the cream and our ½ cup of poaching liquid. That's probably just right. I'll bring this up a little bit. We'll also add some salt and pepper, and then we'll check for taste. And then we've got the lemon zest to put in. Wash this lemon. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. That's 1 for sure. All right, and we're going to put in our roux. Stir this up really well. And once we have all that in, we're going to check for taste, see if we need a little salt or more pepper. And we're thickening it up right now. And we're just going to turn this off and shred the chicken and combine them and put them in the oven. So now we're going to shred the chicken. And it's completely cooked. Obviously, there's more than one way to do this, but I think 2 forks is probably the easiest. All right, so now I'm going to put the parsley in. We've got our chicken all shredded nicely. I ended up doing it by hand. It actually ends up being easier, I think, to just do it by hand. And we're just going to put this in. We just want to make sure that the chicken is coated. Ah, you can smell the lemon. Can you smell it? So this is nice and well coated, and we're going to start with our spaghetti, and a little more than half goes in the big one. And we're just going to spoon this over the top. This dish happens to be the best of cooking at home showdown dish. It's chicken. So this actually worked out. We saved some of this cheese. We've got a lot of freshly grated Parmesan. And we're ready to put this in the oven, 350, 20 to 25 minutes. All right, it wasn't quite done at 20 minutes, so I let it go a few more minutes. And I think she's good right now. All right, how's that? You could let it brown a little bit more, but I'm happy with that. So we're gonna let it set for just a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna plate it. Actually, we can probably plate it right now, and then I'm gonna put a little more parm on it, and we'll try it out. All right, so we're ready to taste it. I'm gonna put just a little more cheese. The lemon makes it so bright. It's creamy, the chicken's tender, the spaghetti's great. There's all kinds of flavors going on here. Have a bite, Mrs. Brooks.
That's good. You can taste the lemon.
Absolutely can taste the lemon. I think it's fantastic. Hey, listen, you gotta try this. It's not hard to make. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe and comment. I'll respond back to you. And I'll see you next time on